The world feels quieter now. Mornings are emptier, nights heavier. When a relationship ends, it isn't just the future plans that shatter, but often your confidence and hope too. Heartbreak is one of the most universal and the most deeply felt human experiences. But you're not powerless. Healing is possible and can lead to new strength and wisdom. Let's explore a path through the pain, drawing from the psychology of grief, emotional regulation, and self-compassion. Why heartbreak hurts so deeply. Breakups trigger the grief process, similar to the loss of a loved one. According to Elizabeth Kubler-Ross' famous stages, healing involves shock, denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and, finally, acceptance. You may cycle through these stages more than once. This is normal. Your brain, literally, is affected. Research from the Journal of Neurophysiology shows that romantic rejection activates the same brain regions as physical pain. The end of a relationship is, in many ways, a bereavement. Elizabeth Kubler-Ross's work on grief describes stages that many experience after loss: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. These aren't strict phases to be ticked off in order, but shifting emotional tides that can come and go with little warning. It's normal to find yourself reliving certain memories with longing, or to wake up some days feeling inexplicably numb or angry. As therapist Esther Perel puts it, when we lose a partner, we don't just mourn the person, we mourn the parts of ourselves that existed in their presence. One of the most common mistakes in the wake of a breakup is to try to outrun the pain, burying yourself in work, distractions, or even new relationships to avoid discomfort. Yet research consistently shows that suppressing emotions only prolongs the suffering. Registered psychologist Dr. Kristen Neff emphasizes, when you practice self-compassion and allow yourself to fully experience heartbreak, you pave the way for genuine healing rather than chronic rumination. This means granting yourself permission to grieve and recognizing that suffering is not a sign of weakness, but of having dared to love deeply. Creating healthy distance. While there is no one-size-fits-all approach, most experts agree that establishing clear boundaries with your ex is essential in the early stages of healing. This can feel counterintuitive, especially if habits and routines are intertwined. However, the American Psychological Association notes that limiting or even pausing contact with a former partner supports emotional regulation and reduces the likelihood of emotional setbacks. That doesn't mean you need to erase the past or pretend your ex never existed. Instead, focus on curating your physical and digital environment to support your recovery. Removing reminders, muting social media feeds, or changing daily patterns can all help untangle your mind from the loop of loss. The power of social connection. Loneliness after a breakup is particularly intense, even in a crowd. Social psychologist John Cacioppo's research reveals that strong social connections are the single most effective antidote to emotional pain. While it may be tempting to withdraw, reaching out to trusted friends or family or joining supportive groups is key. Love lost needs to be replaced, not ignored. Connection, even when it feels awkward at first, is essential for mending a broken heart, Cacioppo reminds us. If your current circle feels limited, consider broadening it. Attend a class, volunteer, or seek out group activities. Purposeful engagement can bring you into contact with new people and gently disrupt the isolation heartbreak often brings. Reconnecting with yourself. As the initial intensity softens, you may notice an uncomfortable void. Who am I without this relationship? Healing provides the chance to rediscover or redefine yourself. This is the time to explore long-neglected passions, revisit old dreams, or simply allow yourself rest and renewal. As Jung observed, you are what you do, not what you say you'll do. Each act of self-kindness, no matter how small, is a stitch in the fabric of your recovery. Simple actions, journaling, creative pursuits, exercise, time outdoors, help restore your sense of agency and pleasure. While these may not erase longing overnight, they remind you of your own resources and potential for growth. Moving forward, healing a broken heart is never a straight line. Some days will feel lighter, others impossibly heavy. But every effort you make to process your pain, care for your body, reach out for connection, and rediscover yourself moves you closer to wholeness. Loss can spark transformation. As Viktor Frankl, psychiatrist and survivor, wrote, "When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves." Grief's alchemy can turn pain into wisdom, loss into empathy, and endings into unexpected beginnings. If you have any experiences in recovery from a breakup, please feel free to share your views on the below comment. Thank you so much for your watching. See you soon.